Chapter 17, Face Off. Bowing to Scott's threats, Kaiba set off for Enno Fortress to face Yugi. Kaiba confronts Yugi and his army head on. Red 2 standing by, all 4 lit and in the green. It's exactly as blunt as you think. We are battling Yugi's forces and we can only take 6 marshals with us. Who should get a break? In all fairness, Rex is probably not going to be up to speed. I have to take Pegasus with me, which is a bit of a nuisance. Weevil's team is very strong still. Rex's team... Now I wonder... Oh, Shock Blast, hang on. Oh, it does heavy damage to machine monsters. Fair enough. That's pretty good. So Rex's team really doesn't have that much oomph. It's falling behind in terms of raw power, which is the problem with all dragon teams. Might be time to outfit Rex with something new. It's got great HP apart from Thunder Dragon. But not much, because I do want want Ishizu along with me. I need Pegasus. Labyrinth Ruler has done very well. Weevil is doing remarkably well. Yeah, his team just wrecks house. Oh, Swift. So it moves faster than usual. Level 2 magic. Oh! Wait a minute, let's start editing this team. Let's take the deal of Phantom off. Hey, Hinotama, very nice. So that's basically... That basically lets her damage all enemies. It's chip damage, but it's useful chip damage. She's going to be a lot more powerful because she's hitting all enemies with 1 AP. Don't underestimate Hinotama. So yeah, Weevil's team, fairly fancy. Pegasus team, Lucky, Mountain Adept, Field Adept, and Forest Adept. Bones' team is just awesome. I mean, look at that! 10 AP. This is... Like, I've had that team from the outset. This team is just wrong. It's awesome. And it's so wrong. Rex... Look, Bones is still almost easy mode. I'll switch him out for this one and put a Shizu in. Bones is going to get some battles later on. But I don't think we have any more monsters to recruit. If we do, I apologize. I'll put that information up on screen. And then we can wind up getting to our battles ahead. They're going to be tough ones. So, Yugi, you've come.
Kaiba, tell me why we're repeating this cutscene.
Because you know what I'm like. I'm incredibly cheap and I would much rather save money. I mean, billionaires don't make money by spending it, Yugi. I will cut corners as much as I can, especially on employee wages and health and safety. You know that. Look, it doesn't matter what I say. We're always going to wind up fighting. And we can fight right here, right now. If you really want to know why... Wait, you probably do know why we're fighting because we played this scenario out. Let's just stop the theatrics, okay? And let's get to the battle.
Alright, let's get to it. I mean, this world's equivalent of card games is actually quite fun, so it will be worth facing you once again. Also, I'm pretty sure that camera had a really good view of my ear. That's weird.
So, we have to take on Yugi's forces. Who's coming at us? Joey Wheeler, leave him to Kaiba. Rightio, Kaiba's taking first watch if Joey's coming at us. Because we have to take out... Kaiba is not going to miss the chance to take out Joey Wheeler. The enemy will fan out, and look, Yugi has friends. Even Esperoba is dragged along. Yugi has friends, and, well, Kaiba doesn't. Okay, is Joey staying there? We'll see who's coming at us. You know what? Let's get an anti-air cannon. Whoops. Who is actually going to wind up coming at us? So, I'll let Yugi and his friends fan out and take some fortifications. Oh, in all fairness, if I send... I'll send Pegasus out that way. Dynamis Dark Witch moves very quickly, so... Yugi's gaggle of little groupies is wandering around to all the different fortifications. Where are they going now? So they'll probably try to flank us and attack. We just have to plan out our... So who's closing in on us there? Tristan. Tristan is heading for us dead on. I'll send Weevil out to meet him. No, wait, I should... Yeah, I'll send Weevil out to meet Tristan head on. And we can probably circumvent one particular challenge, because I probably want the guns to take out Panther Warrior. And a nice shot up a Moth's backside. Yeah, for some reason this thing keeps winding up losing HP. What's going on? Well, at least we're dishing out some fairly good damage. Only problem is I think Tristan's monsters are more likely to be field adept. Because the plains are a good place for a warrior to battle. Alright, Judgeman and Cannon the Sword Mistress are. But his monsters really aren't much chop when if we got any healers. Malice Pass powers itself up. No healers. Judgeman is actually probably the most powerful. Its HP isn't great. I mean, it's a bit of a change to note that Judgeman is probably the most powerful, because usually it's kind of crap. I have in the past forgotten that Swordstalker is a warrior and not a Darklands monster. I mean, it looks like one. But yeah, this is evidently what a competent Judgeman can do. I'm surprised Tristan doesn't actually have Cyber Commander. But then again, I suppose Tristan didn't really have a really well-associated team. Because Tristan didn't have very many monsters. He's only dueled really in filler episodes. Because the battle with Bakura in Duelist Kingdom is ultimately a filler episode, which is sort of paying homage to the tabletop RPG at the end of the original Yu-Gi-Oh manga. The one that focused on multiple games, not just our famous children's card game. Okay, yeah, their HP isn't much chop. Scissor Boomerang will cut them down to size. And there we are, Cannon the Sword Mistress is blown away. Good work by Weevil. First victory secured. Kaiba is, of course, going to have to face Yugi. Did that? That did. Phew. It's still doing a boatload of damage. Swordstalker's not that strong. And there we go. Hercules Beetle has been putting in work the entire time. At least Tristan was intelligent and he didn't use his special attack. Well, the AI can't disappoint you every time, I guess. Alright, One mauling by basic insect and one big hurricane later. And Tristan is out of the fight first, which is probably not surprising because Tristan doesn't actually duel. Nor does Taya in the manga. They get duels in filler games. And let's not forget, Tristan lost when he dueled Nesbit. Admittedly, he performed a heroic sacrifice. Nesbit really wasn't that much chop either, because he got overconfident most of the time. Weevil, head out there. Alright, so who's coming in to face us? Shimon? Alright, so good thing I've got Rex set up. Shimon's coming in first. Guns will fire. And then there's Esperoba. Jinzo's still not very good. But he does have Robotic Knight, which should be a reasonable challenge. Okay, so Dark Elf still insists on charging in. Oh, I nearly mistimed that. So we've got to take out Magician of Faith just in case. So, right. Bugger. Great, so Shimon's monsters heal themselves and I wind up getting a face full of dinosaur butt. Oh, crumbs. Okay. If I get another attack... Alright, take one of them down. So that's a fair trade-off. Summon Skull is going to heal itself anyway. So I'll want to soften up Dark Elf. Because otherwise I'm wasting my attack. I got lucky there. Alright, well, one of them was going to wind up healing the other one. Summon Skull chooses not to do anything, and we can just start attacking. Pity the guns are a bit of a disadvantage, but they did force our opponents to do something different. It's like I said, if I can keep chipping away and dishing out the damage, I probably should have wound up attacking Dark Elf, but that would be wasting my time. When all your enemies can heal, it's very important to be strategic about things. I mean, how do you shoot the medic first when they're all medics? This is where something like the Magnet Warriors would come into play. I will eventually get around to using them. Just got to be very careful about how I pick my attack targets. Let's wait for a bit. And then I'll focus all my fire onto Dark Elf. Summon Skull has missed, that's good. I might be able to get the KO. Alright, now concentrate our attacks. That is not looking good. I'm gonna hope for a critical or something. That is looking even worse. Man, this team sucks. Why are dragon monsters so crap in this game? It's an absolute pain in the rear. I mean, how can they not do that much damage? Some of them have just awful stat growths. And even with the barricade, I'm not doing that much damage. Well, I am not going to kill Summon Skull very easily, but I can use Polymerization. So that's something. This is just a frustrating, drawn-out battle. But on the bright side, we've at least got some very interesting battles ahead. Because we're facing pretty much some of our best teams. So we'll wait for Dark Elf to attack, and then I'll start... Because, yeah, wait for it to attack and then we strike. Perfect. A little bit of patience is the watchword. And now we can tear them apart, and Twin-Headed Thunder Dragon will come into play, dish out plenty of damage. I don't think its special attack is worth it, honestly. It won't really do that much for its cause. Special attacks that only power up one monster really aren't worth it. Ones that power up the entire team generally can be worth it. Oh, there's the critical. I think we were already going to KO it. But Gaikateno Megamis, I think, is probably the best of the power-ups because it's just 1,000 to all your monsters. It's just really, really handy. And there we go. We got very lucky taking Magician of Faith out of the equation. And we are good to go. We'll slowly chip away at it. I mean, it's worth so much more actually using the attacks, the techniques that power up all allies because you get so much more out of it. And Thunder Dragon is slowly getting there. Slowly but surely, Rex's team is leveling up as Shizu takes the next opponent. And now we take on Esperoba. I'm really not confident about taking on Joey, because his team is just really strong. So, you will note that if there are no dark monsters on the battlefield, Junama's Dark Witch cannot use her special attack. Roba's team can't heal. Robotic Knight is our most dangerous opponent. Sorry, buddy, gotta take you out. Oh, well, that's really not messing around right from the outset. Gotta make an example of him. Jinzo still stinks. Robotic Knight doing what I do. Hey, good shot, buddy. Nothing personal, and I'll see you later on. I mean, I know all my attacks are gonna hit. And Jinzo really is terrible. Like, just compare the team. Admittedly, overall, their attack stats aren't that great, which is really sad. But Jinzo has only gained about 900 attack. Robotic Knight, by contrast, has gained 1700, and this thing's gained about 1500. They've got better results all told. Robotic Knight probably has the best results all told because of its starting stats. But yeah, Jinzo just really sucks. It's kind of a disappointment in this game. I've said it several times, it's a disappointment. I'll just wind up taking it out of its misery. If it uses its special attack, all good. It's frustrating, yes, but I'm usually attacking anyway. Because it's probably not worth it in the hands of a human player because you can just equip Jinzo with a shock shell and do the same thing. That's the big issue. Now, I probably do need a machine or somebody. And Jinzo missed. And get out of here. Yeah, it's hopeless. I mean, probably the big worry for me is Mai. Really should have brought Bones, but then again, oh, I've just realized this is really gonna suck. This is really, really, really gonna suck. I mean, I might need a Shizu to take that one on because, I mean, Kaiba's got no chance. Unless I get really, really good teams, then Mai is probably going to be the biggest danger in this apart from, well, Yugi's going to be a danger. I think I'd better Obelisk him. Until my Blue Eyes team is a lot stronger, I am going to have to drop Obelisk. Because I don't see myself surviving. Alright, so the lay of the land. The Dweeb squad. Oh, good heavens. So, Taya, Mako. Right. Joey's team. Big problem. The whole team's faster than Kaiba's. Who do I send to face him? Because I wanted to face him with Kaiba, but as it stands, Kaiba will get reamed. Kaiba is probably better off facing Mako. Labyrinth Ruler, because of Labyrinth Tank, is the one I trust to face Mai. Pegasus, would you mind facing Joey for me? This is gonna be tough. I better check my trade union. This is really gonna be tough. Wait, where's Labyrinth? Yeah, Labyrinth Ruler's going to have to skip around this castle. Because that's where Taya is. And then wind up taking on Mai. This is probably the easiest challenge for Kaiba because Mako's team, while bulky, has really crummy AP. That's the big thing. They're not super powerful and they've got crummy AP. Until I get a lot stronger, I can't do my desired destined battle of having Kaiba beat Joey. Because, as it stands, Joey has a friggin' good team. Unfortunately, we are still as slow as a wet week. All their attacks are the same. All my attacks are the same. It's just breathing on things. It's Hydro Pump versus a stream of lightning. Alright. Water Adept, Super Stamina. Wait, do they... They really are not imaginative with their names. It's all just Aqua Breath. I mean, I thought it was bad just having the Crushing Axe pop up twice. Jeez, this is really unimaginative. So I'm saving Obelisk for Yugi. Because I want to take him on with Kaiba. I think I kind of have to, but I don't trust Kaiba's team. Until I get the Blue Eyes a lot stronger, I'm not going to do very well. Oh, Rome, we nearly killed it. So next round of combat, we'll be softening up Aqua Dragon. So they're not doing that much damage all told, neither are we. All depends on what Kairyushin does. I mean, I could take it out of the fight. Okay, so it hasn't decided to drown me with a tidal wave. I think I should take it out of the fight. Yeah, we're definitely taking it out of the fight. No messing around. Because if I do something stupid, I know I'll be tempting fate. No, I did that enough last mission. So, never give a sucker an even break. That's pretty much the golden rule. Okay, our Battle of Dragons. It's always going to be spectacular when it comes to animated series, because that is one of the major trends in the Pokemon anime. Charizard was incredibly popular for Western audiences because we generally associate dragons and sheer badassery. So Charizard really got a lot of hype. Suppose it's not that surprising, all things considered. Well, I'm going to attack, and then I'm going to fuse. So yeah, Charizard was always immensely popular. It can be kind of jarring when you realise that according to the Pokédex, the average Charizard stands at 5'7". I'm 4 inches taller than Charizard. I could effectively just sit down and chill with it on my couch, and a lot of Pokemon are actually quite a fair bit smaller than you might think, despite what the anime shows you. And it's just so strange. It just always felt a little bit odd to me. But yeah, dragons have always been particularly well hyped. They're very popular cards. They're often some of the strongest in Yu-Gi-Oh! And Vanguard, which I absolutely love, has a tendency to try and put the word dragon into a card's name as many times as possible, because different types of dragons are very common. They're fairly handy to have, and there are several clans focused around dragons, but you might have a few other dragons fit into other clans. For example, Aquaforce has tier dragons, which are water-based ones. You've got, well, the Thunder Dragons and the Flame Dragons of Narukami and Kagero. You have Abyss Dragons, which pop up, I believe, in Shadow Paladin and Pale Moon. There are Cosmo Dragons, which show up in Link Joker. And there are Plant Dragons that I forget the specific type of, that pop up in Neo Nectar along the way. Undead dragons actually fit into various undead types. For example, Dragon Undead Skull Dragon, one of the most powerful rearguards going around in terms of raw might for the V series, is a skeleton. Alright, so we've got that there. I'll see what's available here and use this as a recovery center. Trade union. Not much. Let's get healing. And Pegasus, if you wouldn't mind, please help me by taking on Joey. Weevil should probably come down to Niagula to heal. Labyrinth Ruler has the unenviable task of fighting mine. How is Pegasus going to do against Joey? Interestingly, it is implied that Pegasus does become a better duelist after he loses the Millennium Eye. because Pegasus was essentially relying on the Millennium Eye to show him everything he needed to see. But, Flame Swordsman is actually the strongest one. So we are focusing on Flame Swordsman. Because Pegasus could pretty much predict everything that was going on with the Millennium Eye, he actually didn't really need to do that much in regards to serious strategy. He could essentially make a card to counter things. He did have a very good deck, but the problem was his deck was essentially just sort of OP. That was the main thing. His deck was just overpowered. And when other people could match his turn cards, he probably wasn't going to be a very strong opponent. His ability to predict what his opponents were doing was the major advantage. He is actually shown to have better strategies later on. Mainly because he has lost that crutch of the Millennium Eye. At least that's in the anime continuity. Pegasus flat out died in the manga. It was believed by the Tenma brothers, because of what Pegasus henchman Croquet, however it's spelled. He believed that Yugi had been the one who killed Pegasus because he didn't see what happened with Dark Bakura. There was a battle with ancient Egyptian laser beams in the anime, but in the manga, Dark Bakura just flat out killed Pegasus and tore the Millennium Eye out of his head. Fairly nasty stuff. So, that was it for Pegasus. The plan of Yako Tenma was to revive Pegasus by using Kaiba Corp VR technology. It was believed that Bandit Keith was revived using similar technology because in the manga Keith shoots himself in the head in a penalty game. His hand turns into a gun and he shoots himself. Rather than just getting dropped out a trapdoor, which Pegasus apparently learned from Excel Saga. So yeah, quite a few people met some fairly unpleasant ends. Pegasus wasn't necessarily the nicest of people, but yeah, he met a fairly nasty end. You didn't actually see the wound, but you did get a shot of him just sort of sitting there, dead, with the blood streaming from under his hair that usually covered his eye. Bakura was merciless, pretty much. And thankfully, Joey hasn't used the strategies that I would have in his situation, so we can just plow on ahead. I mean, even though Guiltier could have used his Celestial Punishment attack, it would only have hurt Parrot Dragon. Not Parrot Dragon, Bakuri Box. Don't know where I got that from, I must be getting a little bit tired. 3 seriously tough missions back to back, or more they're a bit of a drag. Fortunately, handling things around Enno Fortress just requires a bit of thinking. Nonba seems to be the one where the AI annoys me a lot. I think the thing with Nonba is everything's so spaced out, but Enno is pretty close together in terms of its basis, so you can plan your strategies. Alright, well done Team Pegasus. And Joey is in trouble. So, another member of the Dweeb Squad eradicated. Alright. We've got Mai, we've got Taya. I might have Weevil take her on, or should I have a Shizu take her on? It's going to be a tricky one. Might have Weevil do the job. See how he goes. But now we're going to face the tough one. We're facing the harpies, and if we're not careful, we're dead. Now, like, the biggest worry is Triangle Ecstasy Spark. Gee, it's scary. It's legitimately scary, okay? Like, now, I can actually do something about it. Because they actually do have it. They're moderately powerful. But the fact that they do have Triangle Ecstasy Spark and there is a real possibility of them using it should terrify you. Fortunately, the AI is dumb, and if they have one of their number confused, they won't be able to use it. Good, we've shut down some resistance. And we can slowly chip away at them. I probably will have to get some healing out because, I mean, they're always going to be faster than us. And they really don't like Labyrinth Tank, which is understandable. But it will, dare I say it, tank some attacks. Now, if I focus my fire over here... This should be a takedown. And I'll make sure Labyrinth Tank is healed. That is the worst part out of the way. Oh boy, that is not a nice battle to have to deal with straight off the bat. And Hinotama's so cost effective. I'm still using 1 AP to dish out damage to 2 opponents. It's a really good item. Never underestimate it. Like, just pack some Hinotama for your level 2 magic monsters, and away you go. You'll actually do pretty reasonable damage. It's a good strategy. I'm really starting to learn a little bit more actually playing this game. Looking at everything, I find a few more strategies and tactics along the way. Labyrinth Tank misses. No, wait, it did hit. I really, really thought it had missed. Whoops. That was odd, but... So, thanks to Labyrinth Tank being utterly amazing, we're gonna win this one. If you're not I mean, maybe the AI doesn't use Triangle Ecstasy Spark on purpose. Because you come in and you get nailed by that, your team's got to be very strong. And it's going for one last spiteful kick just before it goes down. Whew. One of the potentially toughest battles if the AI was actually halfway competent. Competent, that was supposed to be. I was a cross between confident and competent. One of the toughest battles navigated with relative ease because, well, Labyrinth Tank is really friggin' broken. But yeah, you really start to use that level 2 magic. Hinotama is good. So, let's focus on Weevil. Weevil. Get going there, and I'll also send Ishizu as backup. We didn't have anything we needed up there. It is really interesting seeing all the teams you've created or that they've had as part of the story This is the part that sucks. Yeah, Weevil is not going to be able to do this. This is going to be a bad time for Weevil. This is definitely a bad time for Weevil. I'm going to step back and let Ishizu take care of this. Run away! Run away! Run away a third time! Well done, Weevil! Alright, you're probably thinking it looks really bad for Weevil. And it does. And it kind of is. But you're also about to see a truly spectacular display of artificial stupidity alongside me getting thrashed. Just watch and cue the idiot music. Weevil, just limp back to base. Let Ishizu take care of that, would you? Also, you're fired. But mind you, that was a perfect demonstration of artificial stupidity. Don't even think I'm putting in a profile. You need to see the artificial stupidity on display. Taya would have wiped me out. Good God. Oh, that's right. We have a lot of... We have to focus our fire on Gaikateno Megami. Fortunately, we move fairly quickly. So does Dancing Elf, but... Ugh, this is about to turn ugly. Do you mind if my team gets to move? Thank you, game. Alright, so. I'm going to do the same thing you're doing. Now it's Orion's turn. Taya's team doesn't have any healers, does it? No, it doesn't. I just have to hit them as hard as I can, as fast as I can. Better bring that Dian Kato into play just in case. Probably a good idea to bring it into play very quickly because I forgot Ishizu's team really needed to heal. might be alright. Depends on who goes next. Alright, that's good. That's not good. Taya's team, I think, is slightly weaker than mine. Alright, the AI's dumb again. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Taya could have mauled Weevil. She could have wiped him out effortlessly because all my attempts to run away ended in failure. But Weevil lived to crawl back to base like the wretched insect he is. Somehow the survivability of a cockroach. I still can't believe that... Like, all the stuff I've talked about with artificial stupidity. It makes me wonder why, and especially the fact that they guarded twice. Basic Insect wasn't even attacked. Did they just not realize it was there? Like, I just don't get it. There will be so many moments where the AI just does something so baffling. Oh, shh. Or stuff like that happens. Bugger. Well, that's a thing that has happened. As they say, ass beats class. Doesn't matter how good you are, somebody can get incredibly lucky and screw you over. Which is... Oh no, I've only got Dan Keto. Well, I'll wipe you out. Yeah, you're definitely going to have an all-fairy team or an all-warrior team battle Taya because of the risk of screen mist. It's kind of frustrating, really. Jeez Louise, what is she on? She's acted like a complete moron and then she just pops criticals on me. The RNG giveth and the RNG taketh away. There we are. That will make things a bit easier. I mean, we're taking decent damage, but man, this has been a rougher fight than I anticipated. Who would have guessed that just from... Well, Screen Mist, as you've seen, is a really, really good ability. There we go. We should have this sorted out soon. Yeah, being able to blind the opponent is phenomenal. Like, I've cruised through plenty of matches with Taya back in Yugi's story because of Screen Mist. Like, I've defeated machine teams because they couldn't hit me. Thank heavens. That was awkward. Who would have thought that Taya, who's absolutely hopeless, who's most famous for her friendship speeches, would be the one that gives me grief? Well, might as well see what sort of items we've got before I take on Yugi. Nothing useful there. Don't think we've got anything useful down here either, but it's always worth checking. Nope. Oh well. Now it's time for the fated battle. And I'm going for pain. I am going to have to go all in with Obelisk. Because Yugi's team, as we can see, has Buster Blader. Whoa, whoa! Abort mission, get out of the way, get out of the way. Tristan's closing in. You know what, let's actually... Weevil needs a chance to redeem himself, so he can beat up on another nobody. Well, he beat up on Tristan first time, so... Alright, let's get some experience for Weevil. and then we will take on Yugi. Let's skip through this.
YuGiOh Friendship made its only appearances as a promo. It was released with Shonen Jump magazine and Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Volume 16 for international audiences, and with the character guidebook in Japan. There's a pun in this card's name since YuGiOh is also Japanese for friendship, in addition to being the first syllables of Yugi and Janochi, or Joey. This card requires some measure of physical interaction between duelists. The first one to do so, the only other card which does, is Transmission Gear, and that has occasionally been exploited by unscrupulous and unsavoury people. According to legend, in one duel in a tournament when this card was played, the opponent accepted the handshake and then immediately stuck his hand down his pants. Kinda shows that this is the only physical interaction a lot of duelists are going to get. Anyway, I'm not sure if there are many situations where this card will help. It's only here due to the fact Yugi has friends and Kaiba doesn't.
Kaiba, face me! With pleasure! Also, I think there's Shimon in the background. So Yugi is kind of set up to, well, kick your ass. Because, yeah, his team is... he's intelligent. Oh, shoot. He has actually gone for Dark Burning Magic right off the bat. Yeah, this is gonna suck. Oh, shh. Oh. Right, so that thank God it wasn't the one with Obelisk. But yeah, that must have got a critical. That must have done that did a boatload of damage. We are going to have to Obelisk our way out of this. Because if you're leveling up the Blue Eyes... Yeah, Yugi's team is kind of designed to hard counter yours. That's a really solid play if you start off with the 3 Blue Eyes. Jeez Louise, that... Talk about your 1-2 punch. That was brutal. That's what I'd expect from Yugi. So he's going to be able to do a lot of damage, but I have the Slap of Doom. And I am not very happy about having one of my Blue Eyes knocked out. Ooh, laser ray right in the crotch. That's got to hurt. Slap of Doom! So they all have blue medicine. They'll probably be doing a lot of healing. Which means I can just keep handing out slaps of doom. Or they're going to waste their AP doing that. It'll do a lot of damage, but they burn up 2 AP apiece. Oof, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, see, that does a good amount of damage, but their AP is dwindling drastically. Much like the Harpies, if they're confused, they won't be able to use it. They're still not out of it. This is an impressive team. But then again, that's what I'd expect from Yugi. They're going to heal. But I should be able to handle this. I mean, they're dwindling on AP too. And Buster Blader missed. Wow. It's just over half its HP. What is Obelisk's attack at the moment? It's only level 28. Yeah, it's lost a bit of power because the Blue Eyes aren't as strong as Kaiba's previous team was. But still... Ooh, critical. And Buster Blader stands defiant. Now we'll actually get to see what Obelisk's regular attack looks like. Well, we did get to see it when we fought Dark Knight, so... And there we go. And we get some good level ups. Oh, that was rough. I mean, we kind of had to obelisk our way out of that one. And there we go.
Yugi, are you retreating? Yugi is doing it for you. What? I told him everything. He is staging a retreat so that he can sneak into Sigvarts and rescue your brother. Yugi! Pegasus? Shh! Keep your voice down. It's nice to finally meet you, my boy. I snuck over here alone because I have something I must tell you. What is it? It's about Kaiba. Scott has found Kaiba's Achilles heel. He's kidnapped Mokuba. He's using Mokuba to force Kaiba to fight you. Ah, now I understand why Kaiba is working for Scott. Even if Kaiba was to defeat you here, he will still be at the mercy of Scott. Scott is watching this battle very closely. He will not be easy to fool. What do you mean? Do you have an idea? In order to fool Scott, you need to keep fighting. However, after a while, surrender. Your surrender, of course, will only be a ruse. Don't let your troops wear themselves out. Ishizu is working with us now. She knows the secret way into the capital. I will share this information with you. Using that information, I'd like you to sneak into the city and rescue Mokuba. I realize that I'm asking you to undertake a very dangerous mission. I'll understand if you say no. I'll do it. But I will fight 100% until we begin the retreat. Kaiba still wants a chance to fight me, and I am the protagonist. Remember, after fighting...
Wait, that's supposed to be Pegasus' line. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be Pegasus' line, and Shimon is still dead in the background, or at least unconscious. Great, that's all I need now. Sympathy from Yugi.
It's not sympathy. He's accepted a temporary defeat now so that he can face you later. Not in some battle controlled by Scott, but a true duel with your pride on the line. Next time, it will be your turn to make that contest a reality, Kaiba.
So there we are. We have some plans in place, and we're getting ready for the big battle to come. Thank you very much for joining me. Until next time, this is Red 2, returning to base.